Hey guys, it's that time again. Pick a card, pick a story. So I have shuffled all the decks, and in one of these decks there is a story for you. Will it be deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3? So I'm going to hold each deck up to the camera. I want you to listen to your energy and see if this is the deck for you. Is your story within deck number 1? And now is your story in deck number 2. Or is your story in deck number 3? Just want you guys to feel whatever energies you're feeling. Make your choices. We're going to go ahead and begin here. Starting with deck number 1. And this will be for the week of October 25th through November the 1st. Okay, so we have the heart of the matter as the Page of Blades or the Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, Ace of Wands, the World, Three of Coins, Five of Coins, and Four of Wands. Okay, so I'm looking at the central issues up here, and it looks like you are having more than one love offer. You guys have been daydreaming about the possibilities of your life, of your future. So in regards to love, I'm seeing you kind of fantasizing and feeling in love again. You might be feeling butterflies or sickness here. It's like you're not even focused anymore. Your head might be stuck in the clouds. There is a need for you to get back down to reality and a need for you to balance your emotions and your heart. Like whatever decision you need to make sure that you're making a logical decision. It's not saying to ignore what you're feeling, but don't just make decisions based off of passion, because right now your judgment may be a little clouded. You might only be looking at the pretty parts of relationships, or the pretty parts of this person. Could be like under an illusion, could be because of Venus and Scorpio. So there's a lot of things that you need to factor in when it comes to making decisions in regards to love. When it comes to decisions in your career or following your passions, maybe you're undecided, like, should I follow my passion or should I follow my career? And it's like you don't want to make a quick decision and just leave your job and then not have money just because you're super passionate about something, or like you might be feeling very creative. Like, I feel like working on my art. I feel like painting a picture. I need my free time. You know, you might feel that your place of employment is eating up all of your creativity. Like you want to pick up a hobby, or there's something that you might be fantasizing about getting back to. I'm also seeing, like, I'm definitely seeing creativity. Like those of you that are artists, singers, songwriters, any type of artists. I'm seeing you guys really having a good week for creativity. The creative juices are really flowing. And it's like you need to write it down now while you're feeling the inspiration. You're feeling like, you know, like your muse is speaking to you, and you need to act now, act fast before you lose it. You don't want to, you know, lose that moment. And those of us that are writers, we know how horrible that is when, you know, it's like you're staring at the screen. You have this amazing idea. You're staring at the screen until your forehead bleeds. Like you don't know where to begin, you know. So it's like best to, you know, when you're in that zone, to just keep going. So I feel like you guys are in a zone, whether it's a creative zone, you're kind of just stuck there. If you're in a romantic zone, you're stuck there. You also may be waiting to hear from someone that lives in another city. I'm seeing some of you kind of fantasizing about going to another city, like especially if you live in a small town and you're like, oh, I need to get out of here. Like, I need to find myself. There's nothing here for me. You're fantasizing like going to New York or Chicago or LA, like one of the major three cities you're fantasizing about for whatever reason. Especially if you're an artist, because maybe you're feeling like the place you're at is nothing there. If you're looking for love, you might feel like this place is too small. I never meet anybody. I need to get out and meet more people. Maybe I need to go out. If you're not actually thinking about going out, moving away to increase your options on meeting people, then this is about just maybe stepping outside of your comfort zone. You know, going out, spending more time in the downtown areas or whatever. Most cities have a downtown area, even if it's small. So whatever the case, you're kind of fantasizing about something. So I'm seeing these two offers come in. For some of you, there's a possibility that there's an age difference, because these are really youthful energies coming up. And I know the majority of my audience is not 20 and under. So you may be someone that is dealing with someone who is much younger than you. I'm figuring like a large age difference, like 7 years or more. Could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. One person is very intuitive and open and loving and nurturing, and the other is coming off kind of hard to read or distant, or it seems like they're in their head a lot. You don't know what this person is thinking. You're like, where is your head at? Where's your mind? I can't read you. I feel like this person doesn't even have like facial expressions. Like you look at their face, you can't even read it. It's like you're drawing a blank, and you're trying to get this person to open up. Or it could be the other way around, especially if you're the air sign, because, you know, air signs, you know, we can be hard to read sometimes. So I'm feeling like this person is really someone who is in their head. Also, you could be dealing with someone who's very out there, very philosophical. Their ideas are just, you're like, I've never talked to anyone like you before. Like, you talk about some wild shit. So you might be involved with someone who is like that, or that could be your energy. But we do have, with the Ace of Wands here, this opportunity. There's flirtation, there's passion. It's an opportunity to flirt, date, have sex. It's an opportunity to be creative. For some of you, you're being offered some sort of opportunity to travel here. There's something new going on. And you're getting a chance to finally leave behind the past and do something new that you've never done before. For some of you, I feel like you're getting ready to start a new chapter in your life, or you're literally writing some sort of new chapter, new script. But yeah, I feel like this is about starting completely fresh, just starting over. Some of you might be picking up everything you have and you're relocating. Or, you're taking an opportunity to travel. Maybe you're getting your passport, your documents in order. You've been fantasizing and you're like, finally, I get to travel. Also, there is a part of your life that is coming to an end between the 25th and November 1st. There's some sort of closure happening. You may be leaving behind an old job, a person, whatever the case, but you're being pursued. Some sort of offer was given to you and you're like, I feel driven towards this offer here. You may end up working for a smaller company. If you worked for like a large company, I'm seeing you either moving to a smaller company that's more personal, or you are starting your own business, and maybe even starting with a group of people, a small network circle of people that you trust. Maybe you guys are all pitching in your ideas or pitching in your money, and you guys are getting ready to start some sort of new project together. Here too, I'm seeing something in regards to having to start over or having to rebuild. I'm seeing repairs being made to the home. I don't know if someone's home was hit by a storm or like a tree fell on the house. But I'm seeing repairs being done to the home and it's taking forever to fix. I'm also seeing something like finally receiving some sort of claim money, small claims. So it could have been some sort of small lawsuit and you're finally receiving that. I'm feeling too that someone wants to come close to you, but you haven't told them no, but you haven't actually said, okay, let's talk either. Or this is the other way around. Always keep in mind, you guys, that this can go the other way around. But I'm seeing someone like, we have that slither of the door open and this other person is standing outside the door. It's not like the door is being closed in their face. There could be, pride getting in the way. Like someone either needs to say, come in, or someone needs to say, can I come in? So because of that, someone is suffering from some sort of loss because they're not really communicating what their needs are. Someone is too proud to make an apology or to make a statement. There is going to be closure on the situation. I'm seeing something new beginning in a home, something new blossoming, starting fresh, moving on from anything that was negative and taking on something that is more positive. Now, also in regards to relationships, I'm also seeing two people having an affair because someone felt that their current partner couldn't satisfy them some type of way. It could have been sexually, emotionally, or intellectually. some type of way somebody's needs weren't being met. And they're finding that through the affair. Through this affair, they feel, especially more so on a sexual side, they're feeling like this is exactly what I needed. I feel at home when I'm with you. I feel left out, or I feel ignored by my partner or by my, my spouse. They ignore me, or they don't understand me. But you let me in. You talk to me. You get me. So I'm seeing this conversation going on, and two people spending a lot of time together, but they're in love. They're in that bubble phase of love right now. Let me just kind of clarify this Five of Coins. For some of you, this is literally about a pet that you put outside because it did something bad. Like it chewed something up, or it just did something it wasn't supposed to do. So you put your dog outside, and it's like raining, or it might be cold, but you feel like you're punishing them like a child. For some of you, this might be about putting your child, your teenager, on punishment for sneaking out at night. Also, I'm feeling like for some of you, you are leaving your place of worship. Those of you that used to have like a regular place of spiritual practice or faith, and you're not feeling it anymore. You're like, I don't think this synagogue or this church or this mosque is for me anymore. And so they aren't satisfying your spiritual mind. For some of you, this is about some sort of financial loss. More so like something simple, like your bank, like you had an overdraft fee, and they're not going to give it back, or you're having to fight with them about it. For others of you, I'm feeling like this is about a guy or a girl who is an earth sign. It could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Maybe you guys aren't talking, or someone is being unwilling to compromise or taking forever to come towards you. Especially if you've been waiting for a love offer. You've been waiting for something from them, and they're just kind of taking forever to come around to it. This person has darker features. They have a dark beard and heavy eyelashes, heavy eyelids. They're health conscious here. I feel like this person is either always working out, or they go to the gym, or they are someone who pays attention to their diet. If it's a guy, I feel like he's a little bulky. Like you could tell he works out a little bit. For some of you, you ask someone to leave. There's been some sort of fighting and arguments in the home. I feel like too, like people hear your arguments. The neighbors are like, what are you guys talking about? Like, what's going on? People, you guys are arguing, and it's almost like everyone is in your business. Like you don't really care, or you're so caught up in the moment, you don't care who can hear you. So it doesn't even have to be at your home. It can be like you're out in public or at the grocery store, and Everybody is seeing you guys, argue, or you're on the phone out in public arguing. I just feel like people are in your business. Also, I'm seeing some sort of conflict between two people or some sort of competition, because here at the bottom we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is someone significant. And again, I feel like there's an age difference. There is a bunch of people involved. There's competition going on in regards to love or position. People want the same thing or the same person. And there's a lot of competition. People are arguing about this situation here. Someone's being rejected or feeling left out, or like they got chosen over the other person. For some people, they might have turned somebody away and then they are regretting their decision. Or if it's not necessarily someone got rejected, it's like they didn't fight for you, or you didn't fight for them. You didn't come through that door when you saw the opportunity. So now you're regretting it. And it's just like, damn, I should have, that was a window of opportunity. I should have took a hint. I should have took a clue, because they tried to give you a hint here. But it's like you didn't listen. So now other people have come through. And you're probably picking up on the energy that they're into someone else, or that they have moved on from you, because this is also a lot of times about moving on, letting go. So someone is just like, damn, I think they moved on. Should have took that opportunity. But it's like somebody took too long to make up their mind. They kept going back and forth. They couldn't make a decision. The opportunity was there, but you or they passed up. Somebody passed it up. Now the only thing, let's see here, we do have the Four of Wands, so that could be a new beginning. Let's see what this is. I'm seeing too, like, not everybody, but somebody maybe recently has tied the knot or recently got engaged. And that is another reason why the other person is disappointed, because it's like, I should have said something. And if it's not an engagement, overall, it's about dating other people. Having chosen another person from that was competing. This can also be missing out on a house. Like you bid for a house. If you're house hunting right now, and I feel like somebody loses out on that bid and the other people get it. If that happens with the Four of Wands here, I still feel like you guys are finding something else that you're going to be happy with. Okay, so I have the Four of Wands clarified by the Three of Cups. I'm almost feeling like something is saying whatever happens behind closed doors stays behind closed doors. So I don't know if someone is going to Vegas. Something's going on. Something very secretive. I'm also picking up on someone who has an open relationship, or somebody who may be swingers, where people are invited in. It's not something that is super obvious, like, but people kind of say, you know what, I think they're swingers. Or if you are in that relationship, people might be picking that energy up from you. I don't know, that I'm kind of just feeling like whatever happens behind closed doors stays there. I am seeing having to get over some sort of emotional disappointment though here, because we have the Eight of Cups here. So there's some sort of feeling of sadness of having to give up. I think that part goes back to that someone missing past, they feel like they missed their boat, and they're now they're feeling, I don't know, abandoned. But it's like, why are you feeling abandoned if you had your chance? But now someone, overall, I guess it's just regret here. There's somebody too that has their eye on more than one person, and they're getting ready to make a choice. I'm seeing people being observed here. All right, so that is all for the first reading. Let's move on to deck number 2. And this is vice versa tarot, I know. Hence the double-sided cards. Okay. So the central issue here is the Hanged Man, the World, Ten of Swords, Four of Swords, Judgment, Four of Coins, Tower, ooh, and the somebody of Wands. That's the Queen of Wands. Okay, so central issue. You guys are going through endings too, or there have been some endings. For some of you, a secret came out, and when that secret came out, you were done. It's one of two things. I'm saying you were done in the sense that someone revealed something to you and you were like, I'm dead. Oh my God, I'm dead. I don't believe you just said that. I don't believe you just shared that. So it's kind of just being that figuratively saying I'm dead and throwing up your hands like, whoa. For others of you, I'm seeing like some secret came out, especially, or will be coming out. Especially when we have the full moon in Taurus. The moon, and it's 12:11 my time, midnight. So I'm looking at that 11. So yeah, I know the moon is moving into Taurus, and it's a full moon. So I feel with that comes about endings here. So you may be cutting people out of your life, and things may be ending for good. I'm seeing back-to-back endings. So we have the Ten of Swords next to the World. That's definitely moving on from something that seems to have no more life. This situation, you know, is dead and over, and you've gone as far as you could in your current situation or your current relationship. So it's like it's time to move on. For some of you, this is a spiritual awakening, because I'm seeing the death of the ego. Like your sense of identity has been murdered by the things that you've been learning or discovering here. And you've shed old skin. And this is you actually kind of being outside of yourself and not even really recognizing who you were. Almost like when you hear about those near-death experiences and those people say, when they looked at themselves, they didn't even recognize who they were. Like, oh, I think that's me. That's how I look. You know, so it's like once you become spiritually awakened, you don't even recognize the old you anymore. On a mundane level, for some of you, you might have just dropped so much weight that you're unrecognizable. You didn't even, you might even have what I think is body dysmorphia when you know, you go shopping for clothes and you're still trying to get you extra larges, and it's like, hello, you can wear those 7s and 8s and 6s now. So, you know, get out of that mindset. You've gone through some sort of transformation. You're not that same person anymore. So I'm feeling like this is actually you looking at you. You have mastered some sort of detachment here. And when things end in your life, it doesn't even really bother you anymore, because you're not even that person anymore. You're like, that wasn't even me. That was just my body, or that was just the identity that I had, and that's not me anymore. Now I really know who I am. You could have been drowning prior to this in, you know, sorrows or opinions or things, troubles of the world, and now you're not suffering anymore, because you have you've evolved, you've matured. Now also, this is you maybe getting rid of your old life period, like maybe you're relocating, maybe you're moving on to a new job or whatever. I'm seeing too, like some sort of major sacrifice that has been made. Someone decided to give up what they knew for a new life, for this new path, for this new job, whatever the case. I'm feeling like there was a huge sacrifice made. Someone felt like something was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and so it was just like, it's now or never. Now, I'm also seeing something in regards to a time out. You might be in a period of isolation. Definitely some isolation going on. You might be shutting yourself out from everybody. You might be taking this, deactivating your Facebook, taking a break from social media, needing some time alone to think, needing time alone to pray, meditate, focus, realign. I feel like those of you that take on a lot of energies need to recharge. This is like that introvert, extrovert duality. You're an introvert, but you do go out. But when you do, that was enough. Now you need to get back and recharge. You need your alone time. So it's like, now I don't answer the phone. I don't want to be bothered. I need to go away. I want to work I want to eat lunch by myself. I need my peace and quiet now. I need to recharge. I need to refocus. I don't want anyone talking to me. So you might be feeling like you just need complete silence. You don't want people around you. You just need to be free and clear your mind here. I'm seeing a lot of isolation here. It's a lot of thinking and isolation. I'm also seeing this for somebody, though, like you're a caretaker and you take care of someone who's elderly. You spend a lot of time with them, or you don't want them to be lonely. I'm feeling like this is someone close to you and they haven't been talking. Almost like they lost their mobility, or I don't know if they're in a hospice. There's something going on with someone much older and you've just been by their side. You've been talking to them and saying sweet things and holding their hands. And I don't know who that's for. I feel like you're preparing for them to leave. And I don't predict deaths, but this is something in a case where someone, you know, they're in a hospice. You know, they're not mobile. They aren't even in their body anymore. They've already crossed over. And that's just confirmation that they know that you're there waiting for them. And they're okay. But you don't understand. You're still attached to the fact that there's a physical body in front of your face. But they're not in there. I don't know who that was for. Give me a minute. Okay, now for others of you, you've tuned out the world, or you will be tuning out the world. There's a lot of chaos and destruction going on right outside of your window, and you don't even care anymore. I'm seeing too someone with the news on, and you're not paying any attention to that foolishness because you're like, it's all staged anyway, and people don't know that, you know, there's a higher purpose. So you're kind of focused on a higher calling here. There is someone that may be returning into your life that there's unfinished business with. I feel like you guys had a family in a past life, or maybe this is someone that you feel like it's meant for you to walk with in this life. This person is, you know, I feel like this person, astrologically, if you study astrology, there should be some sort of connections to your north or south nodes with this person, or vice versa, their south or north nodes connected to your personal planets. Those personal planets are only the first 7 planets: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. Those are the personal planets, not talking about Neptune and Pluto. I'm also seeing for some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Libra, Leo, Aries, or a Sag. Could be any sign, but those are the ones that are standing out. I feel like there has been like a lot of reflection going on. Some of you are visionaries too. You're looking into the future, or you've been quietly meditating. I feel like things have been revealed to you. For some of you, you've been astral traveling. I'm seeing a lot of channeling going on. I'm feeling like this is a spiritual reading for most of you. There has been some sort of unexpected changes going on. I'm seeing some of you feeling like you have ties to Egypt. You feel like you've been there, like I don't know if you're having like a past life reading, and no, I don't do past life readings. I'm feeling like either you guys somebody has had a past life reading, or you're practicing past life regression by like listening to like certain YouTube videos that try to help you regress. Because I'm seeing someone having visions like they come out of nowhere. I'm seeing deja vus. I'm definitely seeing like enlightenment for someone, and it comes out of nowhere. Like you're looking at the destruction of, I don't know, you're feeling like people need to be, like the world needs to be reset. That's just your feelings though. And that might be because you're just feeling so passionate about your new outlook on life. I just feel like you're feeling like you've matured and you've evolved, and that you feel displaced from the world as we know it. There's a need though for you to break down your mindset, or there needs to be some sort of change to your life, or one is coming. Like you might suddenly be relocating just out of the blue. Like it's like, wow, where is this coming from? Like, I don't know, maybe you find out something like maybe it's your land, if you're renting, like your landlord is like, I just sold my house and the new owners want to be in there within 3 months. So we're going to have to buy you out, or, you know, something of that sort. There's some sort of major changes coming to your life here. And I spent all this time talking. You're gonna be, let me slow down. There is someone who is in your life and you don't know the real them, and they're going to reveal they're going to reveal who they are to you. That you're going to discover that this person is either a twin soul, a twin flame. I say twin souls sometimes when I'm talking about someone who is more so like a spiritual connection, but not wanting to be labeled as a twin flame. But whatever the case is, it's a connection that comes out the blue. You're going to realize, like, you don't really know this person for who they are. You only know one side of this person. And there could be some sort of conversation that takes place that completely changes your view of this person. And it's like you fell in love with them based off of that one conversation. You guys fell in love with each other. So yeah, I feel like you guys are, for some of you too, you could be waiting for this person to come along because you feel them coming, like you've been anticipating this moment, and then here they are. Passion. And also the Chariot flew out of here. This person is on their way. For some of you, it was a matter of making up their mind. And now that a decision has been made, they're moving towards you quickly. And also that might be literally as well, like someone moving to be with you or traveling to come see you. For some of you, you may be taking a trip to ancient Egypt. If you're not going to ancient Egypt, maybe you're just going to the museum or something, but I'm seeing something about something being revealed about someone's history or their bloodline or where they come from. See, the Tower clarified again by the Ten of Cups. The first time I was trying to clarify the Tower, the Lovers flipped out. Then the Chariot, now the Ten of Cups. So two, for some of you, it could be that you had a dream or a premonition, and what video was that? One of those videos I said that right before, that might have been for Libras though, right before your true love came into your life, that you were going to have a crystal clear dream about them. And boom, within that next day or that next week, here they are appearing in your life. I'm feeling like this is an instantaneous relationship that it goes from 0 to we're in love and together and moved in and everything. Like, where did that come from? How do we go from one conversation to love? Yeah, it's like you guys feel like there's some unfinished business. For some of you, this could also be a coworker that you're falling in love with. But I feel like you're establishing something new with this person. See, we got air. If there was a breakup, there could be some sort of reconciliation, or if you were just separated from someone through distance, now there's a chance for you guys to be together, to start building here. See, it's an opportunity being presented for you guys. You guys are going, this Tower, I feel, if it is anything that is destructive that has to happen first, it's like a blessing in disguise. You're going to be emotionally fulfilled by something that starts off maybe bad. I mean, it could be too as little as, someone broke up. Had they not broke up, you guys wouldn't have had the chance to be together. Let me clarify this Queen of Wands here. Because she's got a secret. She or he has got a secret. It's more likely, you know, the secret is about them falling in love or being in love with you. Also, they might have some sort of secret about their past. Someone might reveal something about their past to you or their background that catches you off guard, but it's like they want to share that with you before moving forward, and I feel like you're going to be receptive to what they have to share. Yeah, see, they're telling you something, the truth. They're revealing something about themselves. They're sharing something, or they're giving you clarity about something, or you're giving clarity. See, someone, they're telling you that they love you or they're in love with you. They've been hiding it. Now they're opening up. They're expressing that with you. For some of you, it could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I'm seeing air and earth together, being in love together. This is something that they were afraid to admit to. They had been trying to, it was giving them anxiety or stress just thinking about it. And I'm feeling like they finally just put it out there, put it out into the open, and the person is receptive. You're receptive or they're receptive. Someone still doesn't know what to do about the situation for whatever reason. They might still be holding on to something like, I don't know if I should share this part yet. All right, I could go on and on. That is all for deck 2. So moving on to deck 3. Okay, so central issue, we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Magician, and we have the Chariot, and we have the Nine of Cups, Judgment, Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, and a Death card. All right, so central issues. Someone has been hiding their true intentions. They have been covering something up. What you witness may be an illusion here, or you may be putting on some sort of illusion for someone. I see someone having clearly planned out something, but they're making it look, I don't know, they're trying to throw the other person off. So it could be that you have been ignored by someone. You think someone forgot about you or they're not thinking about you, but they're really just trying to throw you off. They don't want you to know what they're really thinking or feeling, or this could go the other way around. This could be your energy. I'm seeing someone moving towards you though, but in a tricky way. Someone may be sending mixed signals, or you're just having a hard time reading this person. It's like, what do you want? Like, we're friends, but you keep saying flirtatious things every now and then. So what is this? Again, I feel like this is one of those situations where someone is testing the waters, kind of playing around and seeing if you'll take the bait. Like, if they're going to get a positive response, a negative response, or a neutral response. And they might keep playing around, kind of undecided on if they want to move forward with you or not, or if, you know, you want to move forward with them. I'm seeing someone, though, who is focused. This is someone who's very passionate. This is someone who likes to take the lead. Like, they don't want you to pursue. They want to be the pursuers. There's someone that is finding you very, and guys, if you're watching, you're the one that want to be the pursuer. But you are being kind of tricky the way you're coming towards them. Now, for some of you, be careful, because someone may only be interested in you sexually, and maybe they're telling you that they're into your mind, but they're really just trying to, you know, get into your panties. So be careful about that. But yeah, I'm seeing someone that finds you very attractive, very alluring, very mysterious. I'm also seeing, though, that someone is saying, I bet she's a witch. That girl is a witch. So you might be accused of being a witch for whatever reason, or just because you told them that you do tarot, or just because you do, you know, maybe you do a little spell work, but they're kind of like, oh, you're a witch. They're probably only kidding with you, but you know, it's kind of playful. It is kind of playful here. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Could be dealing with Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Could be any signs, but those are the ones that are standing out. But I'm getting someone who's very confident too in who they are. This is someone who likes to be very attractive. I'm getting someone who's very passionate and creative. Now, creatively, I'm seeing someone who is, who could be, you know, a writer or a song maker or some sort of artist, an actress, a performer. I'm seeing you going into character, or someone going into character, and they're getting ready to go on stage. So maybe this is your profession, or you're dealing with someone who is, you know, a profession, not necessarily famous, but you know, that's their profession. They're an actor or an actress here, but they're struggling to make ends meet. So yeah, it's like they're not famous, but they're driven by their passion. I'm also seeing like someone manifesting or practicing the law of attraction, making things draw to you. I'm seeing for some of you, so maybe for some of you, you do practice some sort of spell work, and you're doing some sort of attraction spell, and I'm seeing this person being driven to you. I feel like it's working because this person is moving towards you very quickly, and they're paying you a lot of compliments. I'm also feeling like you might be posting a lot of selfies, and you're getting like all these compliments, and you're just really feeling yourself. You're looking good. You're feeling good, and you're coming off as being beautiful inside and out. Guys too, you know, physically, spiritually, you're a beautiful person on the inside and a handsome person on the outside. So whatever the case, whatever's going on inside of you is being reflected, and it is a positive reflection. So you are in a space where you are just in a positive mood, coming from a positive place. Your vibes are just overall feeling pretty good here. And also I'm seeing someone who's being admired here. Now with the Judgment, there is someone wants to bring something back up to you, or they want to rehash some sort of conversation, but somebody is feeling awkward about dealing with it, or about the way things are going on. It's like it's an awkward attraction. I don't know why this is an awkward attraction. The only thing that I can think is awkward about it is an age difference. One person maybe is coming off very mature, and the other person is coming off as immature. And so people may say, what are you two doing together? You know, you guys seem like more like a father and daughter, or mother and son type of energy. So there's something unusual or very awkward about some sort of connection that you're having with someone. But also with the Judgment card, there is some sort of unfinished business from a past life. I honestly feel like this is more so on a mundane level this time. No, this is receiving some sort of phone call that or hearing from someone you weren't expecting to hear from, someone from your past returning. Yeah, I just feel like you're hearing from someone again, and you're happy that they're reaching out to you. You didn't think that they were thinking about you, but they were. Now, also, I'm seeing someone, the possibility of juggling two different relationships, having to repeat the same lesson until you learn it. It's like, oh, you didn't learn your lesson, so you have to repeat it. So, oh no, be careful, you guys, because for some of you, it is about, I don't know, you might be getting ready to repeat the same mistake again. And this is saying, remember what happened last time. So be careful for any exes that might be trying to come back into your life, or any type of bad habits that you keep having and you said you weren't going to do anymore. I feel like something's being triggered, or you're getting ready to be tested again. So be careful about that. Also, for some of you, this is about cutting ties with someone. With the Death card, something that's coming to an end. For some of you, it might be your car, like a battery, or make sure you turn your lights off, or whatever the case, because I'm seeing for some of you, your car could be giving you problems or giving out on you. For others of you, this might be someone toxic trying to come back in your life, like I said, and you're going to have to set some sort of boundaries, because I saw the Devil card trying to fly out. So especially if there was a toxic Capricorn in your life, make sure that you set boundaries with them. Mean what you say what you mean. And also, I'm seeing someone canceling their trip for something. Maybe you had plans to travel, so you may end up canceling your plans, or someone cancels on you. For some of you, this Death card is about ending things with maybe a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or someone is telling you that they ended things with a water sign. Yeah, someone could be making something known or revealing some sort of secret, telling you that something is over. They're like, oh, we're not together anymore, or, you know, we broke up, or we ended things. If they aren't verbally telling you, then they're, you know, changing their status on social media. They're saying, I'm single. This might be you. You might be newly single, and you're just kind of like telling people like, I'm not with that person anymore, or, you know, I'm single, I'm carefree, whatever the case. So someone may be making it their business to make it known that they're single and they're open for a possibility. I'm seeing some sort of fallout between two people, though, because they may have been after the same thing, or something could have come in between these two people or a person. Yeah, for some people, I'm seeing competition or competing for the same girl or the same guy. She's flattered, or you're flattered. Yeah, this boosts the other person's ego. They're like, wow, I got people fighting over me, cutting off friendships for me. So for some of you, this is about someone who, this death card is more so like they're newly single. They're no longer in a relationship. That's why we have the Nine of Cups here, because someone is kind of like announcing that they're single. Yeah, there was some sort of fight. They just couldn't see eye to eye. Maybe the fights were repeated. Maybe it was an ongoing cycle of fighting. And now it's just kind of over. Let me see what this Two of Pentacles, gain a little more clarity on that before I go. And I just see 44 on my phone. Look at that. 44%, and it is 1244. So those of you that are haunted by those 44s, as I clarify the Two of Pentacles, which 2 times 2 is 4. Oh, those 4s, what do they mean for each of us? I think it means the start of a new relationship. At least that's what I got when I pulled my cards, but it might be different for other people. Okay, so for some of you is being confused about a Virgo, or being confused about your spiritual path, because you're like, do I want the path of spirituality or do I want the path of foolishness? So you might be torn between spirit world and zombie dead world. You might be straddling the fence, like, oh, which do I do? Like, do I wake up? Do I stay asleep? I really do see that as a little bit of struggle for some of you. But this may also be talking about something going on between you and a Virgo. Someone's confidence. One minute someone is confident, the next minute they're not. Someone is still trying to make sure they want to pursue you. They might be doing some research on you, or you might be doing research on them. Someone is finally going to move forward with something. No, they're going to get something over with, whether it's you or the other person, and they're going to make an offer. They're like, forget it, I'm just going to ask them out, or forget it, I'm just going to let them know that I'm interested. Somebody is paying for somebody's trip, or somebody is telling you that they're coming to visit you. They're like, where do you live? And I'm seeing them like using their GPS to come and find you once they, you know, land in town. I'm seeing someone get lost in the dark. So I'm definitely seeing someone taking some sort of trip and getting lost. Now, spiritually, this is about someone who may be lost about their path, or feeling lost on their journey, getting confused about what are signs and what is not, confused about who's coming into their life. They're like, is this a part of my spiritual journey or not? Like, am I imagining things, or have I really met my twin flame? You're being asked, though, to just follow your intuition. I can still see with the moon, though, that your anxieties are going to be getting in the way from time to time. Emotionally, you get distracted and confused, and just kind of not knowing what is your intuition anymore. If you're an empath, this is having to distinguish between your feelings and someone else's feelings. It's like, okay, are these my feelings, or do these feelings belong to someone else? Those of you that have been experiencing those heart palpitations, it's like, okay, am I dying? Do I need to go to the hospital, or is this something spiritual? So you might be having signs and symptoms of a spiritual awakening, and you're doing research on it because you're like, okay, I don't know if I should check myself into the hospital or if these are symptoms of a spiritual awakening. And matter of fact, if you do Google symptoms of spiritual awakening, you will find that a lot of things seem like you need to go to the hospital. Like you're going to see things about heart palpitations, fatigue, low energy, or whatever the case. It's coming off as physical health problems, but it's really like a spiritual awakening. But I'm not deterring you guys from going from the doctor. Go to the doctor by all means. If you feel like you're having a heart attack, please don't look at this video and say, TemajTarot said this is a spiritual awakening. No, go to the doctor. I'm just talking about what I've experienced. So, you know, a lot of times, these spiritual awakenings, the body actually does go through some sort of physical transformations, and it's just kind of hard to distinguish what is what. Am I dying or no? Okay, so that is all that I basically have for you guys. Hope it resonated. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Many blessings to you.